Welcome back to the Pioneer Diet, Foraging 101. This video is showing you real easy, specific ways to benefit yourself when you're actually out in the woods trying to find food and getting familiar with your environment. And I'm actually really excited to show you. I just recently made a video of chicken in the woods, and I literally walked maybe, 15 feet, and then boom, found another edible mushroom. So let's go ahead and look at that. So here we have a hexagonal pored polypore mushroom, literally like 15-20 feet from where I checked on my chicken in the woods. And this mushroom is edible. It's very small in size, and it pops up during morel season, and it's a sign that morels are actually up and growing. And this mushroom is edible. In fact, it's known for the back of its gills there, which you can see are beautiful. Oh wait, oops, sorry. I was gonna say that shrunk. There they are. They're gorgeous on the back side there, the gills, and they're very distinguishable by their underside, but they are often confused with pheasant backs and chicken of the woods for beginners. But these, they are edible, so you're not going to get sick or nothing, but people often confuse them with drywood saddles and chicken of the woods. This is a whole different mushroom, and they're only best choice to eat during the springtime. As they grow in later stages, they become inedible and very tough. And this is my companion, Moose, one of my two Dobermans. I love taking them foraging. In fact, if you're ever worried about snakes or poisonous snakes like copperheads in Missouri, bring a couple dogs. They will vibrate the entire ground and they will scare them all away. And they're so protective. I love Dobermans. He's amazing, and he's one of my companions, and I love him. And how could you not want a dog like this? So off we go. So here we have, of course, some old morels. They look like they've been harvested, but that little piece of decaying thing right there shows they probably got eaten or decomposed. So of course, because I just literally checked this spot like a week or two ago, and boom, they're up, and I missed them. What else is new with morels? Love-hate relationship. Literally, that's what it is. So one thing when I'm out in the woods foraging, I take into account is wood debris. Piles up of washed away wood. You know that something is going to be growing on it, and most likely drywood saddles. They love water and they love wood debris, oddly enough. And I can't find enough of these drywood saddles to wish that they were something else. So here we are again, like I said, drywood saddles, an edible mushroom. Not the greatest tasting, but hey, I mean, if you were starving, shoot, eat them. I mean, come on, that or die. So yeah, there's also more. Also, another thing to be aware of with wood debris buildup is beware of snakes. I've actually never come across a snake. This is why I bring dogs. But snakes like giant piles of rocks and giant wood debris. Hold on, I'm making my way over there. But yeah, there's more drywood saddles. I mean, there's a ton of them. So they love washed up wood. It's their favorite place to go. So if you have an obsession with these mushrooms, I suggest finding a big pile of washed away wood. I mean, holy cow. They're even growing back there. They're growing up there. They're everywhere. If only they were morels, we might have a better relationship. But yeah, so that's another thing to look at and be very aware of. And here's a tiny little baby. He's all of a sudden gonna pop up into these guys. Yep, he's not fanned out yet, but this is what they look like. And then they get gigantic like that one way over there that I don't even want to get. And they get too hard and brittle with age, and they really aren't that great when they get older. So another thing I wanted to bring up about people who are too scared to get in the woods, you know, obviously besides ticks and snakes, is allergies. A lot of people complain, well, I have allergies and they bother me. And you know what? You have a point. But through my experience, I used to get really bad allergies, and I made myself start going in the woods every day. And I went from being super puffy in my face from allergic reaction to weeds that after 2 years of just going outside in the woods, it actually stopped. And I have no allergies ever since I've started bringing myself back into the woods in a natural environment. It's like a vaccination. When you get an allergy vaccination, they're putting what you're allergic to into the vaccination into your body so that can build immunities. This is actually the same thing, but better by going into the woods and getting used to the plant and working your system, your immune system, and building it back up to be able to tolerate it. So the more you isolate yourself and the more you're away from it, the worse your allergies will get. So my suggestion to everybody who suffers from these problems needs to slowly build their immunity back up by slowly introducing nature in the woods back into their environment. Trust me, it works. I'm living proof. So last on our list before we head home are devil's urns. This mushroom pops up around the same time that morels are popping up, so it's a sign that morels are most likely growing. And this mushroom, it's not toxic. I mean, it's edible, but it's like ridiculously rubbery. If you like to eat car tires, it's probably about the same. I don't know, by the way, the spores, they blow in the wind. They're really cool. This guy just did it. But yeah, so this is another mushroom that's commonly found and not a choice edible, but a really cool mushroom. So I literally walked 2 feet and found a better cluster of devil's urns. I mean, these are a little bit better looking. Obviously a little bit easier to, I don't know if I can get the spores to go, but a lot of people will confuse these with black trumpets due to the fact that they grow in a cup shape and are darker black, but they're not the same. So make sure you ID your mushrooms properly before eating them. Yep, there they go. There's the spores. These mushrooms are so cool. They're really fun. And that one's full of maggots. Yep. There's the lifeline of mushrooms. So, me and my Adobe were back home. We decided to head back because there's actually a huge storm coming, and I honestly don't like getting caught in a creek with no protection. And the timing was perfect because I don't want too much information and people can't retain all that information. And this is one of the reasons I didn't include plants, because I just wanted to be about simple being out in the woods and just common things that you're going to come across and have to deal with and be prepared. And obviously this is for beginners, people who obviously who hunt and are out in the woods all the time. They already know this. But number one rule, do not wear perfume or cologne. And do stay away from shampoo and soap that has a lot of smell and scents to it, because otherwise you're going to run right back to your house as soon as you get in the woods, because those bugs are going to be all over your hair and all over your face. They love it. So I've even found it effective to actually not shower for a day or two if I'm going to be out in the deep woods for a good amount of time. And I've noticed there's a lot less ticks. So stay away from perfumes. It'll be really bad for you. And another thing I wanted to include is I didn't include any plants because I want people to just focus simply on one thing at a time, and the rest will come to you. And so it was really fun and I enjoyed it, and I'm going to actually make this thing where I take you out in the woods with me and you can see and experience what I see. And it's just so much fun, and I really look forward to the future videos, and thank you for watching.